Okay, so this is my win. So I'm just telling you now that I'm gonna win this game. It's 33 minutes long, so let's get started. I'm playing as Zhu Xi. Zhu Xi is considered by a lot of people to be one of, if not the best 1v1 civilizations. Mostly because of its Age 2 landmark, but we'll get there. Beginning of the game, all I'm doing is grabbing my sheep around my TC, which this is Dry Arabia, so they kind of spawn near me. And I'm putting 2 onto gold, and then the rest rally to food until I have 400 food, 200 gold, and that means I can age up. If you note, there's actually there's some sheep around my TC that I figured, hey, I'll just loop around and grab that. Turned out that was a bad idea. How do I zoom this forward? Here we go. 2 times speed it a little bit. I see that sheep, I'm like, fuck yeah, I want that sheep. But then I see the scout, I'm like, oh shit. He's gonna get those 3 sheep because he's beating me. Weirdly enough, I get 1 of them, but he gets the remaining 2. Which is a damn shame. I tried to garrison some villagers there. And I also killed a sheep from him, but yeah. Annoying that he got a lot of my sheep. And here I am just scouting the map, waiting to age up. Just gonna go forward a little bit. By the way, I can toggle Fog of War here. I don't know if you like it better toggled or not. Here I'm just scouting the map. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. How do I pause this? This landmark is crazy. Because you build production buildings around it, and you get free army eventually. It like pops out. And you get basically free units. And that's what makes it so powerful. Most things in this game that are really, really powerful give you free shit. Like free resources or free units. Just keep scouting. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And I'm going to take off of my perspective for a little bit. How do I do that? Turn off the free camera. Let's take a look at the enemy's base. I saw he was building a stables. So the first thing I'm going to do after I age up is build a barracks, which spears counter horsemen. Alright, let's go back to caster mode. How do I do that? Ah. And you can see I'm slightly ahead in villagers. And that's because the opponent I'm playing, Knights Templar, they age up differently. They age up in their own town center. It's not through a building. Let's turn off Fog of War. And because of that, they lose 3 villagers. But their age up is super duper quick. So you can see he has got the equivalent of a knight out to my food resource, which is kind of annoying. Because if you take a look at my food, I actually don't have enough to make another spearman. So I figured, well, he knows I'm going to go spears. So I'm going to need to build a stable. Because he's going to go archers. It's just the tri-comp, right? Spears beat horsemen, horsemen beat archers, and archers beat spears. They do double damage. So, yep, I knew he was going to go with some archers, so I was like, okay, I got to make some horsemen. But I'm very, very low on food. So this is actually kind of the most painful part of the game for me. Is just trying to secure my starting base food. But yeah, I scouted the map, didn't find any extra sheep, so he basically got all the sheep, which kind of sucked. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, also, this thing, you have an option to choose which you want to spawn. At first, I thought 4 spearmen and 4 horsemen was a good idea. But you'll see later, I switch it to City Guard, which is 4 Zoog Noog and 3 Palace Guard. Zoog Noogs are like special archers. Because he starts going spears in response to my horsemen. And you can see here, I'm trading, but not super well. The reason I'm trading is because I need these archers to stay away, because the archers can reach my villagers, because the town center only reaches out to here, and it's fucking annoying. So here I micro one of my guys back, and I don't know where I'm going to put him, probably on gold or food or wood. Gold or wood. Here, let's, can I take off my perspective? Whoa, dude, he's playing sideways! What the fuck? This guy's fucking crazy. He rotates his map like 45 degrees. North is this. That's fucked up, man. Let's go back to me. You can see there's my wood. I actually have way too much wood right now, and I need more food. So I take some off of wood and go into food. Because you really only need wood. A little bit for spearmen and a little bit for horsemen, but it's mostly food. You need it for, like, production buildings. It's a big thing. So here, I saw he was making spears. So I'm going to make a couple Zug News. And obviously, this is, like, the first cast I've ever done. So if you think, like, 2 times speed is too fast or not fast enough, or you think I should have Fog of War on or off, let me know. I see he's burning my wall, so I just send a villager over to repair. It would be annoying if he had archers alongside that, because they could shoot over the wall. But here is where I take the fight, because I saw his military was over at that wall. Oh, and let's pause this for a second. I saw his military was over at that wall, and my landmark popped. How do I switch to my own free camera? My landmark popped, so I got 4 Zug Nuke and 3 Palace Guards for free. Palace Guards are like men-at-arms for Zhu Xi. It's just a different name. And I'm moving everyone over to deer because I completely ran out of food, so it's a really good timing that that thing just popped. Anyways, let's continue. Here I'm just chasing away because I have a superior army. For now, because my landmark is OP. And he does a good job at like cutting off reinforcements. That's what you're supposed to do. If you have less army and more mobility, you have to cut off reinforcements. So I back off, and I'm like thinking he might raid my deer. So the first thing I do is make a tower on the deer, because I need some vision. And then I see, if you can look at the mini map, I'm rallying all my units towards the deer. And I'm getting +1 ranged armor to mitigate some of the archer damage, because I have a feeling that he's going archers, and I know he is actually, because I'm looking at it on the UI. You can see actually my army is smaller than his, but it looks like he's going to age up. To age up, you need 1,200 food and 600 gold. So that's what he's going for, and you can see I'm kind of going that way a little bit too. I just put 12 people on gold. Here he picks off 2 of my villagers. Very nice. Very well done. But in exchange for that, he's like going into a corner. And you can see I'm going to position my units so that half of them are go to the right, half of them go to the left. He cannot escape this corner. So this is actually a huge pick-off here. It's basically like 3 knights for 2 villagers. It's not great in the long run, but for right now, it gives me a huge advantage. And there you go, my landmark popped again. So now I have a crazy military lead. And he just aged up. So I'm thinking, well, I'm close to aging up, so I'm going to age up as well. So that's what I'm going for. You can see I'm not producing anything. Well, I'm producing 1 Zug Nu, but I'm not producing anything until I age up, which I'm doing now. And I think I'm doing it somewhere. I'm doing it next to the gold. Here I'm trying to kill a couple of his pilgrims. So Knights Templar have these units called pilgrims that give free gold, basically. They have to walk to the sacred site and get to the sacred site in order to get that gold, so I can patrol units to kill them here, right here. 2 Palace Guards is probably enough. Here I'm getting upgrades. I saw I've got mostly Zug Nu, so I'm prioritizing the Zug Nu and the +2 ranged damage. And I'm also getting Palace Guards, because I know I have a lot of Palace Guards. I'm also getting Imperial Officials move 50% faster. Imperial Officials are really cool. They, when supervised, you get 20% of any resource onto that supervised drop-off building. And they can pick up gold off of the building. You can see each time that you drop off, like 2% of what you dropped off turns into gold. So it's like one of the most powerful things about China and Zhu Xi, which both have Imperial Officials. Here I think, well, this is a pretty close fight. I've got a lot of Palace Guards, but he also has a lot of men-at-arms, which are quite good into Zug Nu because they're heavy. So I'm trying to get crossbows that counter heavy units. So if you hover over here, you can see it gives +10 to heavy. So you really want crossbows in Castle Age once he has heavy units. Let me turn on Fog of War again. So I am playing a little dangerously here because I'm about to run out of food. If you look at the minimap here, yeah, I'm moving all my villagers over to my last berries. There are deer in the front of my base, but it's going to be a big issue in like 5-10 minutes. So in order to facilitate that, you need to start a farm transition. But I'm not going to do that yet because I know it's like I've got the advantage. I want to press my advantage. I don't want to wait and gather more wood. So see, I have 0 on wood. I just want food and gold. And I'm getting relics too. So there's 5 relics on the map, and in this game I secure 3 of them, which is decent. I was hoping to get 4, but it is what it is. I'm getting stone purely because I want access to this food right here, this deer pack. So I'm going to put a keep on the deer pack because I really, really want that food. Here I get 2 villagers, not a bad pick. I kind of want to look. Can I move? No, I can't. I gotta go back to regular UI to move. See the free camera. I kind of want to see his army here. Well, I could have taken that fight, 42 to 33, and some of it is horsemen. Horsemen kind of suck, and archers kind of suck. I could have taken this fight easy. I just didn't know it at the time. So, yeah, it is what it is. Back to caster. So I back off because I don't know. I am winning pretty hard in the villager count, but if you note, I've got a lot of wood and a lot of stone, so I'm actually thinking about getting an extra town center, which costs 450 wood and 300 stone. And you know, an extra town center would just make my economic units pop off. Here I see, oh shit, I ran out of berries, so that's why I was mining stone to put the keep down. So I'm putting a keep onto the deer. And here I'm capturing sacred sites. If you capture a sacred site, the pilgrims can no longer go to that sacred site. So if you capture all 3, it cuts them off from gold entirely, which is really, really good. Here I do a little bit of cheeky monk micro, and then I look away and I lose the monk. I wasn't watching, so yeah, I lost him. There he is. He's dead. Whatever. I've captured this sacred site, and I'm capturing this sacred site. I make a cheeky little wall there so he can't just do run-bys. And yeah, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit because it's a little boring. Blah, 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 blah. I'm checking the map. Oh, this is important. This is another Age 2 landmark. So China and Zhu Xi have the option to build both of their landmarks, and for each age. Most civilizations can only choose 1 for each age. In fact, all of them can only choose 1. But China and Zhu Xi can build both for each age. So this is the second Age 2 landmark, and it gives me access to Song Dynasty, which, if I click on a villager, you can see this. Villagers can drop off food, and they get extra food near the granaries. And you can only build granaries if you've built both of the Age 2 landmarks, which makes you into Song Dynasty. So that's that. And I just wanted to explain that real fast. I'm on the boar. You can see by the little mini-map I clicked that I have attacked the boar. The boar attacks back, so that's what you're seeing there. I've got all 3 sacred sites. Got 3 relics. I'm feeling good. I'm making more production buildings because I'm getting to that spot. And I'm going to need more. And I think I'm going to make a second town center here. Here, one of my monks dies. Unfortunate, but you know, whatever. When you capture a sacred site, you get, I think, 100 gold a minute. So, and a monk is 150 gold. So if you just hold a sacred site for 2 minutes, it's worth it. There I make a second town center. And he has not yet made a second town center. Looking at the minimap, you can tell because town centers look exactly like that little thing right there. He is decapping 2 sites, which is great for him because he needs gold. I've got ass loads of gold. If there's one thing I did poorly this game, it's my macro with gold. I don't need this much gold. I shouldn't have this much gold. But here's my farm transition, and I'm starting now. I still haven't gone through every single piece of food because I'm still on the boar. Only 8 villagers can be on the boar. That's why I have 8 here. So right now I'm sending 48 to wood in order for a massive farm transition because farms cost 75 wood each. I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. I started a stone wall here because I know he's got cav and wants to raid. You can see I'm still putting in. I haven't added the villagers, but I'm adding the blueprints for the farms. It's a beautiful little farm setup, if I don't say so myself. Here he tries to raid my boar, which is a good move. Solid move. I run away. I lose, I think, one villager here? Yeah, just one. One villager. That's fine. Let's go to the statistics. Yeah, I've only lost 3 villagers and he's lost 2. So very chill game. We're just mostly fighting with military and not onto the, we're not like base trading or anything. And you can see my destroyed value is so much greater than his, which is why I'm winning, basically. And my collected is higher as well, so I'm kicking ass, basically. This is the idle time on my town center at 50 seconds. He's got 2.5 minutes. And the villager efficiency working time, meaning like how often they are chopping or grabbing food or mining gold, and the extra 2% is when they're walking, basically. So that's why you get wheelbarrow, by the way. Here, let me try to hover over it. Makes their movement speed a lot better. So your villager efficiency goes up, and basically your efficiency for almost all resources goes up, which is what you want. Okay, here I am pop capped. You cannot get over 200 pop in a normal game. So once you're pop capped, generally the only thing to do is to go Imperial. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go Imperial. But I see he's raiding, and I'm like, ah, shit. I only have this wood wall, which can get burned through. So I'm making a stone wall, and here I'm gonna lose a shitload of villagers. But that's fine. I still have 91 to a 73. He did make a second town center, as you can see. And yeah, we're doing this all in 2 times, so it would normally look like this. And I glanced at his army, and I saw he's got 4 mangonels. I was like, ah, fuck this. So if you want to fight mangonels, there's a couple options you can do. You can just be a god and micro away the mangonel shots, which is what you're going to see in a bit. Or you can do a really good move, which is to put units all around and then surround him and then fight him. Here, I'm like, well, I'm going to get rid of my spears because I don't want to upgrade my spears. I think they're still feudal. Oh, maybe not. But I got Imperial, and the 2 things I want are Palace Guards and Crossbowmen. So I'm like, fuck these spears. I'm going to make more Palace Guards and Crossbowmen. See, I'm queued up 5 Crossbowmen. Still have 188. Here I kill a couple of his pilgrims, which is nice. He is raiding over here, which I see, but I've almost completed the stone wall, but I haven't, which kind of sucks dick for me, so I'm about to lose like all these villagers over here. But it will at least allow me to get the stone wall up and protect my farms. Because my farms right now and my gold, farms and gold right now, because I got enough production, I don't really need wood, I don't really need stone because I'm not building to keep, and I'm not like making more cannon emplacements or more walls. So really all I need is gold and food. And I've got food safe in the back, and you can see it's a massacre. That's fine. Now I still have more villagers than him. I didn't realize this at the time. I thought it was shitty that happened, but here I'm getting Tithe Barns, which is really good. Gives me 40 food, 40 stone, and 40 food, 40 wood, and 10 stone a minute. In addition to the, I believe, 60 gold a minute that relics give. I'm getting +3 range damage for my relatively high mass of range. And here I'm like, well, he just hit in, so I know his upgrades are not yet in. So I want to fight before his upgrades go in. So I take this somewhat risky fight. Thankfully, he backs up, and that gives me space to move a little bit. So I'm gonna try to micro my ass off. We'll go 1x speed for this fight. You see, ooh, look at the jukes. Boom! I try to juke again. It kind of works. I see that these are moving, so I constantly am trying to move away from the mangonel shot. That was a really bad one on my side. So I lost a lot. But now I've got bombards. So I built bombards. You can only build bombards once you hit Imperial. And bombards do great against mangonels. And I saw that his like massive cavalry did not move from over here, so I definitely wanted to take the fight now. And that's pretty much GG. I'll zoom it up now. You can see his cav army is over here, so I'm like, ah, shit, I'll move, and I bring him over to the keep on the big gold. And here he's trying to cut off reinforcements, which is good for him, but I can just put guys on the wall, and that's fucking annoying. Cav cannot go up walls. Here he's got a fortress, which is a KT specific keep. By the way, KT means Knights Templar. And 4 bombards is definitely enough to take it down. And he does not have enough army. He's only got 9 army right now. He is struggling. See, my resources per minute, I've got almost 2,400 food, and he's only got 1,000, so I can just repopulate my army. He's got 0 army right now. Here I'm just capping all the sacred sites and making sure he can't get any more pilgrims through, because, you know, the name of the game is to deny resources, and looking at my base, etc., etc. I'm going to go over to this gold, because I know he needs gold. So I go to the gold, I see some villagers to pick off some villagers. That's nice. He still has more villager pickoffs than me, but I have way more than him. Because I had a town center way earlier, an extra town center way earlier. And I see, oh, the second town center, might as well kill this, because I got 4 bombards. Boom! 4 bombards, half it. And then he surrenders. Okay. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, Trent.